Mayank sir, and
Welcome him. Before welcome him.
thank you, sir. So, good morning to all of you. It's great to see all of you at a very young age. We all are getting expired in corporate industry. We are all almost 15 years plus, and I'm loving to see a lot of young people who are sitting in front of me. I also did my MBA from one of the top B schools in India. It was from PSG Institute of Technology, Coimbatore, and I have my experiences at banking industry. I have my major experience at hospitality. I'm purely from a timeshare industry. I'm sure you would have heard about Mahindra Holidays, Club Mahindra Holidays. So I was with them for almost 9 years, a pure hardcore sales guy. So when I joined with Aakash, I understood on my first day was sales is a part of a big ocean. So I have to take care of a lot of things here. So it is very important that as a MBA graduates, when you have just moved out, sales and marketing was your passion, and that's the reason you are here today. In Aakash, we were the first batch in 2018 where the company decided to recruit a pure sales man as a branch head. Before that, Aakash Institute used to recruit a partial from operations department, a partial experience from an admin experience, a partial experience from a sales experience. But I remember in 2018, mine was the first batch in India where the company decided to recruit a full-fledged salesman into a test preparatory coaching industry. So when I joined, we were actually around 11 people who were in training in Delhi. We got trained there for 10-12 days, and we came back to our respective centers. I am basically from a place called Kottayam. Right now, Kottayam is the posting branch. I take care of Kottayam and Cochin, two branches. My first branch was in Cochin MG Road. So when I took over there, as Abhishek sir was telling, I was a mere spectator. I was not able to do what I actually wanted to do there, because I remember in all my past years, morning we start with sales and we end with sales. But in a test preparatory company, the sales doesn't start there. So it is very important that the customer satisfaction, the parent satisfaction, it's a venue model basically. It's basically a venue model where you drive a parent to come down to our institute, makes a complete counseling process. The complete counseling process will be trained by the training team. The counselors will do the counseling process, and we make sure that we convert that counseling into a opportunity, and from opportunity we convert into a sale. So that is a 5-step process which goes. So it is very important that as a branch head, there are a lot of parameters. It is not only sales and operations. There are a lot of parameters which we need to adhere. So I have written some of the very important points where I took some time of mine for almost 45 minutes to write my 2 years experience with Aakash, and I shared to Mayank sir and my respected director sir. Point number 1, a versatile profit center head with complete responsibility of sales and marketing, operations, financial and accounting management, academic support system, and more importantly, complying with 100% corporate ethics, policies and procedures of head office. All the policies, all the rules and regulations will be laid down by the HO. We as a branch head, we need to make sure that we comply with all the rules and regulations of the HO. We cannot deviate anything from there. This is one company I have seen which is highly transparent in ideas. Very highly transparent. When I joined here, I suggested a lot of ideas to HO. My 80% of the ideas were absorbed into the market, and we have started getting results out of that. So it is very, very transparent organization where you can put across your ideas, and that idea should be converted into an ROI model, because every idea is an investment. And for that investment, a return is expected. If you put 1 rupee, you need to get 2 rupees. So that's the businessman. So you need to look out your branch. You need to take care of your branch like your own baby. It's your own business. It's your own branch. You should never feel that you're an employee of ACL. The day you feel that you're an employee, then we will fall into that 5%. We will never fall into that 5% of bracket. I still fall into the 95% of bracket because I feel that my branch is my baby, this is my business, and I need to make sure that the profit is getting earned from the branch. There will be a territory allocated to you, and from that territory you need to get the business. So foremost important, your 85% of the KRA will fall into sales and marketing. Because if you bring the students into the branch, then only the operations, then only the academic system will come into picture. We should give students for the teachers to teach. Your classroom should be completely filled with the students. So that's the role of a branch head. So we need to ensure that whenever I step out from the branch, my eyes goes to all my avenues in that area where I can get a lead. Where is my target segment from 7th standard to 12th standard lying in that market? Because this is my target segment. So for that target segment of 7th standard student to a 12th standard, the parents will be in the age group of 40 to 50 years or 40 to 55 years. So where is my target segment lying in the market? So you will be given a territory. That territory will have a population. That population divided, they will go to different competitions. Some students will not go to any competitions. They will go to local tuitions. They will go to different competitions. So competition and market intelligence is very important. It's very important that as a branch head, when you take over the branch, the second day what I did is that I went to all the competitions as a normal layman. I went to all the competition as a parent, and I changed my name, and I told that I want to inquire for XYZ student, different criteria I went. I also took my team also, I trained them, I developed them to go to the competition first. Because it is very important that before you start your job, you need to understand what is your competition is doing in the market. What is your competition is offering to the customers. And based on that, you can actually align your strategies, align your business objectives, and you can also align your targets within your team. Point number 2, fee collections and outstanding. It's very important. You bring a certain amount of fees. Let's say that the fees is 2 lakhs. You bring 50,000 and balance 1,50,000. We should not leave that component to the operations team. We have to work along with the operation team to ensure that this 1,50,000 also comes into the system. So here the continuity of the student into our system plays a very major role. We need to ensure that after we bring the student into the system, the student is going full-fledged with academic support. Is the student is able to understand the concepts of our academic teaching? Is the student is facing any issues with the academic subjects? Is the student is coming regularly to the center? That is very important. And once my student doesn't come to my center for 3 days, we make sure that we call back to the student, we call back to the parent and inquire that, hi, hello sir, I am from so and so. I just wanted to inquire that why Ambuj has not come to the institute. I just wanted to know what happened, sir. Then you understand the problem. Then you create your own counseling pitch and make sure that the student comes back to the center. So that's the role of a counselor, ably supported by the branch head. So it is very important that the leakage of the system should not happen on a high note. You might bring some 10 students, out of that one student will be really struggling, and as a branch head, sometimes you will be failing to understand what happened to this student, and students suddenly stop coming to the center. So continuing of a student into the system is very important. Point number 3, ensure productivity of team members in all the respective departments. So as a branch head, it is very important. It's one team, it's one goal. Aakash, I have seen there is A plus B plus O. Academics plus operations plus business. We all three go in one swing with one unity, with one objective of the organization. There is no separate departments here. All our team members are equal and one. Point number 4, monitoring overall branch expenses and effective utilization of available resources. It is very important that you have been also assigned with the branch expenses. You need to ensure that coordinating with the accountants and making sure that all the expenses are accountable, and we need to sign a DCR at the end of the day. What all expenses are moving out of the branch, coming inside the branch, the accountant will prepare a DCR. We need to open the report and check that everything is audited properly from your side, and you sign it, and with your acknowledgement, they prepare a DCR and goes to the HO. Point number 5, minimum left out for the academic session, which I have already told. Point number 6, counseling parents and students during the admission. So this is very important that we also cater towards the counseling of the parent. As a branch head, we need to ensure that we counsel the parent. Point number 7, we also ensure that attendance of the students for the class and the test conducted by the Aakash. All the tests which is conducted by Aakash has to be nurtured properly, and make sure that all the students write the test conducted by Aakash Institute. And also planning of all ATL and BTL activities. It is very important that as a management graduates, you are aware about the ATL and the BTL activities of your territory. You need to plan and share it with the HO, and based on the budget, you can actually go ahead and execute your BTL activities, which is there in your base branch. Within 3 to 4 kilometers, you can go ahead and do your BTL activities. Vendor management, PR houses and media houses is very important. We were doing a launch of one of the biggest scholarship exam called ANTE, which we are actually doing across India now. So it is very important that the launch of all the scholarship exams happens in such a way that it makes a lot of noise in the market. It makes a lot of noise in the market, and that noise can only happen through a PR. So all the PR activities of the particular territory has to be coordinated with the branch head. Parent grievance handling, it is very important that any grievance which the parent is suffering, the branch head has to take up his phone, call up the parent and make sure that empathetically resolve the situation. It is very important that we empathetically manage the parent issues, parent grievances, and move forward. All the orientation planning and academic students of academic planning has to be done from the branch team. So we also want to make sure that all the parents teachers meeting, academic orientation program has to be driven by the branch team, by the branch head. All the PTM should be conducted. All the housekeeping staffs and the pantry, that means all your housekeeping staff, pantries to be optimized, because we are into COVID-19. The moving forward, at least for next 2 years, we need to make sure that all the expenses are curtailed to the minimum level, and make sure that we have very minimum housekeeping staff and pantry staffs available. And also all the marketings are moving into a digital platform. So all your ideas to your branches should be more of in your digital advertising now, because offline advertisings are not suggestible at this point of time. So more of your social media network, digital marketing, digital advertising should be your main source of your idea moving forward for getting the business. And your particular branch, wherever it is right now, you need to make sure that your branch grows with 30% growth. I'll tell you a very small example, and I will stop this. This branch, the branch which I'm taking care, was supposed to actually close down last year. When I was a branch head of Cochin, when I was handling the Cochin branch, I came to know that Kottayam branch was about to close down for the next year. And when our respected director sir came down to our branch at Cochin, I told sir, can I request you one thing, sir? Can I take up Kottayam branch for the next year, sir? I want to take it as a challenge. Can you allow me, sir? And like that, last year I took this branch, and this branch is in top 20 branches across India now. This I have done it with my sheer passion, with my sheer determination. Today, if you see the reports, I am competing with all the major branches of Delhi, North India. So it is very important that the passion and the determination to achieve the overall objective of the organization is very important. I also wish everyone all the very best, and make sure that you all grow up. This one company I have seen, if you perform well, the company will definitely recognize you and will elevate you to the next level. So thank you so much and wish you all the best. Thank you, Mayank sir, for giving me an opportunity also. Thank you.